We're just standing with the feet hip width apart. Unlock your knees, send your tailbone down, relax your shoulders, turn your palms slightly forward, and just stay here for a moment with the eyes closed. Then softly through the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and then tuck your chin, slouch your shoulders. Just begin very slowly rolling down, and really take your time and coming all the way to the bottom, and just stay there and bend your knees quite a lot when you get into that forward bend. Then we press through the feet again, tucking the tailbone, building back up again, drawing back through the shoulders and standing nice and tall. Take another breath in here. And again, exhale, slouch the shoulders, soften the knees. Just make your way down nice and slowly, keeping the knees unlocked and holding. Shift a little bit of weight towards your toes. And then shift the weight back into the heels. Tuck your tailbone. Let the arms hang heavy. Push the ground away. And then roll up. So let's do that one more time and keep it just as slow. And with your eyes closed, just notice any pulling between the shoulder blades, any pulling on either side of your back, into the lower back, into the hips, into the hamstrings. When you get to the bottom, we're staying here for a sec. And then we press through the feet again, driving the ground away, tuck in the tailbone, nice and slowly coming up. So let's take the arms up overhead. So one arm, right arm, stretch and then go over towards the left and keep spreading the hand out and stay there for a few breaths. Feel the pull sensation on that right side of the body. We come back to center. We take the other arm up, spreading the hand, side bending over towards the left and hold it there. And we come back to the center. Unlock your knees. Take your arms to the front with the palms turned up. Take the right hand back and left arm forward. Stay there. And take both arms forward and go to the other side. You want to keep a little bend at the elbow. Open across the chest. Bring it back to the front. This time we're going to do that a little bit dynamically. And in a minute we'll be doing this with the weights. So you just want to check in a bit into any tension. Okay, one more each side. And then the arms come down and we hold it here. Let's take one arm up and one arm down. Keep the knees unlocked. Switch arms and again do this a little dynamically, kind of throwing the arms about. Alternating arm. And keep it a little bit heavy. One more each side and then release down. Okay, let's tuck the chin and roll down. And this time we're going to pick up the weights and take them up with us all the way. Okay, so bending your knees. I'll turn this way just so you can see. Roll down halfway. And then stay hanging there and then just circle the arms inside the shoulder sockets. So just circling around. Go the other way, circling around. And this time what you're going to do is you're going to floss. So one arm goes long, one arm goes short. And then we switch. Keep flossing. Shrugging the shoulders. And then we hold it here. Tuck the chin. Push through the feet. Rolling to standing. Now take your right arm up and left arm stays down. And then let the arms go a little bit past the midline of the body. And then we switch and we throw the arms around. And keep the knees a little bit bent.
And just keep the elbows a little bit bent. Just throw the weight around, feeling into the shoulder sockets. And then we bring the arms down, hold it here. Good. Tuck the chin, slouch down, stay here. Going back into your circles and your pendulum swings. So just let them swing out. Go the other way, circle it around. And push through, rolling to standing. Take the palms up, hold it here, slight bend. Take your right arm behind, keep the left arm forward, and then bring it to the front and then switch. So like we did before, nice and dynamic. Keep the arms at shoulder height and the elbow bent. Alternating side. Keep going. Throwing the arm behind. Good. Couple more. And bring it back down. Just let the arms hang. Good. Roll down one more time. This time, take the weights. Just kind of roll them up. We'll take them to the front. And then we're going to walk forward into hands and knees. Okay, so once you're in that hands and knees position, just moving through some cat flows. Nice and easy. Open up between the shoulder blades. We'll go to a flat back, toes together, knees apart. Bottom goes back over the heels. And then take a big reach down the mat, forearms to the ground. And we're going to just stay here and try to really relax as much as possible. And stay here. Softening into the lower back, softening into the shoulders. We'll take a little walk to the right side of the mat, dropping into that left shoulder. One more breath to the side. Now stay with your hands here, but then start to move it. So slide one shoulder down, then the other shoulder down. So just rotating the rib cage. And we'll walk to the other side. Bring the hands on top and then stay for a few breaths first. And then we rotate again. So rotate the spine. Okay, one more breath here. And then we come back to the center. We're going to come forward. Now lie down onto your stomach. And take your left arm out to the side with the palm facing down. We're going to take the right leg off the floor and then go over. Take that leg over. Reach back with the leg like you're trying to touch something with your palm facing down. Hold it for a moment so you're getting that rotation in the spine, opening up through the hip, and stretching out through the chest. Come back onto your stomach. Let's take it to the other side. So roll it right over, palm facing down, and reach the leg behind. Come back to center. We're going to come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes and push up to the mountain. Here we'll do a little bit of a march on the spot, so press the alternating heel back into the mat. Now we're going to come down onto the knees and then come forward, so you're sort of sagging the hips on your knees, arms are straight. Just sag through for a second. So just opening up through the hips, releasing through the back. Take a couple of breaths like this. So sagging the hips forward and then coming back. Tuck your toes and push up to the mountain. Pressing away, maybe if you can, moving through the shoulders and back a little bit here. Up and back. And then come forward into your high plank and then see if you can sag through the hips again in the high plank. Otherwise, have your knees down. Stay there. And engage your core as you push it back again. Coming forward again, sagging through, lifting, looking up. Going back. Stay here, raise your right leg high, bring your heel towards your bottom and take it across like what we just did on the floor. Press through the arms, draw the leg back. And then take that leg through, step it between the hands. And hold it here. We're going to pick up the one weight with your right hand. Keeping your left hand on the ground, raise the right arm to the ceiling, and now let your right knee just kind of fall open, and then open your arm towards the ceiling, so you're rotating with a little bend at the elbow and the weight is kind of pulling back. Take the arm forward and reach forward like you're trying to pass the weight away. And then open it up and let it fall back as you inhale. And then exhale as you reach it forward. And inhale as you open it up. And exhale as you reach it forward. And inhale as we open. And then the hand comes down. Just put the weight on the ground. Tuck the back toe and press back to the mountain. Pressing up and back, draw back through the chest a little bit more. Raise your left leg high, bring your heel to your bottom, stack your hips, and let the leg fall back behind. Press strong through the arms. Step that leg through, the back knee down, so left leg is forward. Good. We're going to pick up the weight with the left hand, raise your arm and open the left knee. Have a slight bend at the elbow and turn and open your chest so the weight is kind of pulling the arm back. You want to keep a little bend at the elbow. And then reach forward, stretch it away. Inhale, open and back. And exhale, forward, reach. Stretch it away. Inhale, open and back. Push out of that bottom arm. And exhale, forward. Reach. One more. And then come come back, put the weight down, come back to the mountains. Big exhale here. Come up onto the toes, go forward into your saggy plank, sagging through the hips. And then exhale, press back. Big push. Let's raise the right leg high. Step it through between the hands, bring the back knee down. Okay, hold it here. Let's come up, raise your arms up. Bend deeply into that front knee. And then open and just have your palms to the ceiling for a moment. Hands to the floor. And step back to the mountain. Raising your left leg high. And then step through, back knee down. And then sweep through and up and open. And hands to the ground. Step back to the mountain. I'm going to do a little add-on to this. So raise your right leg high. Step it through. Bring your back knee down. Now, first of all, bend the front knee quite a lot. So your knee slightly travels over your toes. It's actually going forward a little bit. Now pick up your weights and then raise your arms up. And then open your arms, slight bend at the elbows. Sink as much as you can through the legs and draw the shoulders back. Keep your jaw closed as you look up. And you can even do a little tiny pulsing, pulling the arms back. Slowly, slowly, place the hands to the ground. Step back to the mountain. Exhale, press. Draw through the shoulders. Raising the left leg high. And step it through. Bring the back knee down. So we're going to sink a little bit more into that front knee. So we let the knee travel forward more than we normally do. Raise your arms. Slight bend at the elbows as you open. And slightly pull the shoulders back, and you can do a little tiny kind of pulsy movement going back with the weights. So, jaw upwards. Hands to the floor. Put the weights down. Now step to the front of your mat. Bend your knees quite a lot. Grab hold of your elbows. Do a little sway from side to side. You could sway a little bit from your heel to your toes. You could do a little bit of bouncing. Place the hands onto the knees, take the chin, take the tailbone, push through, rolling up. And from here, take the arms up. And then do a sweeping movement down. Sweep and go straight, bounce straight back up. And sweep down. And bounce straight back up. One more, sweep down, bounce straight back up. Hold it here, bring your arms down. Tuck the chin, roll down. Grab the weights, bend your knees, roll up. We're going to do the sweeps again. Inhale, arms go slightly back. Exhale, sweep down, go up. Let the arms swing through, bounce back up again. Swing through, bounce back up. A couple more. Last one. And hold it here. Bring the arms down. We're going to drop one weight. Hold on to one. And hold the weight behind your back with both hands. Let's see if you can still kind of intertwine your fingers here. Draw back through the shoulders, so squeeze the shoulder blades together. Unlock your knees. And then fold forward, look through the legs, and you can let the arms pull away from the body. Now, what you want to do to really get the most out of this is try and get the arms or the weight past the midline of the body. So you'll feel a part that if the weight's closer to your body, it's not doing much on the stretch. And then there's a point where the weight really starts to pull. See if you can get to that. The arms come back into the body, sit into the heels, roll back up, put that weight down on the side, take the arms back up. Exhale, pull, fold forward. We're going to take the right leg back and bring the knee down. Open up through the hip, raising your arms up. Hold it here. Just take your right arm a little bit further up. Bend into the front knee. Try grabbing your right wrist. Pulling up. Tuck your tailbone. Come back to center. Raise both arms, hands to the floor. And then step back to the mountain. March the feet. Come down to the knees, lie down onto your stomach. And have your hands as wide as the mat, feet as wide as the mat. And then just inhale, come up, and exhale down. And do a few like that, up and down. Okay, let's do one more. So we go up, inhale, and then look over your right shoulder. Twist the hips a little. And go to the front, look over your left shoulder. Hold it here. Come back to center, come all the way down, up, tuck your toes, push up to the mountain and hold. Raise your left leg high, bring that heel back towards your bottom, stack your left hip on top of your right. And then step the leg through between the hands. Good, hold it here. Grab your weight with your left hand and open up the arm, let your knee open and pull back through the weight. Just like we did before, let your knee open to the side, sink into the hips. Reach forward like you're passing it away. Open it back up, inhale. And exhale forward. Last one. And bring the weight to the ground. Step to the front of the mat. Soften the knees. Roll up. I'm going to stay here. Raise your arms. And then bring your hands behind your back. Now with your hands behind your back, intertwine the fingers. Draw back through the shoulders. Tuck your tailbone and push your arms down towards the ground. So try squeezing the shoulder blades back and really depressing your shoulder girdle. Keep the chin tucked and your neck lengthens upwards. And hold it here. Keep pressing the arms down and head up. And just hold it for a couple of breaths like this. Taking one more breath. Taking the arms overhead. So it's quite an active position, that pull down. Coming all the way down, take the left leg back. Knee down. Raising the arms, we stay here. Grab your left wrist, pull and side bend. Keep the tailbone tucked here. And then hands come back to the floor, step back to the mount. Exhale.
We're going to take the right leg high, bring your heel towards your bottom, and just stack it. And then step that leg through, bring the back knee down, grab your the weight with the right hand, raise the arm, open the knee, and let that arm fall back, drop into the hips, let the weight of that arm, the weight pull back. And then go forward, reach it, and place a hand on the ground, weight down, step forward, hold. Now stay hanging forward, grab both weights, roll up, push through the feet, raise both arms, breathe in, and do that sweep down and straight back up, breathe in. And again, sweep down, straight back up, breathe in, one more time. And hold, float both arms down. Good, and have a sit down on the mat and just have the weights next to you on the mat. Legs are straight. Arms come up and we reach forward. Now the hands can just be anywhere, so you could be on the shins and then just soften and slide forward and hang here for a sec. You can do a little hang to the right, a little hang to the left. And then slowly roll to lie down. And we're going to take the feet out about as wide as the mat. And then take your arms out wide. Shoulders relaxed. And then we'll go into our window wipers. Take your time, roll across the glutes. Let the knees fall in. Massage across the glutes. Feel a little bit of release into the sacroiliac. Massage across the glutes. As we take the legs to the right, we'll stay with that and maybe take that right leg on top of the left leg and lengthen the left side of the body. Now really feel a lengthening in your waist and from your hip down to your knee. Another breath. Feet on the ground. Let's go to the other side. And then take that left leg on top. Lengthen in the waist. Another couple of breaths like this. Let's come back to center now, hugging the knees into the chest. And hold it here, maybe do a little bit of rocking. Make your way to sitting. And tuck your right leg in, keeping your left leg straight. We take both arms up and twist towards the bent knee. Now hold it here, sitting really tall.
And then take your right arm up. Now you can keep your left hand on your knee, or you can keep your left hand on your shin, on your left shin. And then we're going to slide out. Stay there for a moment. You can have with your hand on your shin or your hand on your knee. You rotate a bit more. We're going to do this again in a minute with the weight. So just see what it feels like. Bring the arm up slow, come back. Okay, so raise both arms, reach towards the straight leg. So on the next round, we're going to do the same thing. So both hands towards the straight leg. Okay, we come back up. Twist again. Now with your right hand, grab your weight. And you can have your hand on your shin. This will actually make it a bit gentler on the pressure on the back. Or your hand on your knee, which will make it a bit more of an intense stretch. So raise your right arm and then sliding down. So if you've got your hand on your shin, you can kind of still push into your shin, which will just ease the weight. But we do want the weight over that midline, so it is pulling on that tissue, and you can rotate the shoulder back and hold it here. If you want with that top arm, you can actually just let it hang. Let it go floppy. So it's just the weight pulling. Another 2 breaths here. Now only raise your arm. And then once the pressure of the weight is gone, you lift your body. Then you raise both arms, put the weight down, and then come forward. So you want to be careful coming out of that stretch. It's a big one. And then we release. Okay, let's take it to the other side. So stretch your right leg to the front, tuck the left leg in. So first without the weight. So raise your arms, twist so your hand can be on the knee, other hand behind, or on your shin. And then raise your left arm up and side bend. Just get a feel for this side. So raising your left arm and leaning sideways. Just see how this side feels before we add the weight. Ease that back. Raise both arms up and reach towards the straight leg. Raising the arms again and release. Now we're going to hold the weight with the left hand. So come up twisting, bring your hand to your shin if you want to protect a bit, because then you can push away, or here and it's a little bit more pull. Okay, so bring that arm over slowly and then hold. You want to get the weight past the midline. You can let that arm just hang, so you can let it be floppy so the weight is just pulling. Just close your eyes and just let the pull happen. Raise your arm first. Take your time. Take the weight all the way back. Don't lift your body until the weight is gone. And then raise your arms and reach forward. we'll come back to sitting. Now, if you've got a bolster, you're going to put the bolster behind you. If you haven't got a bolster, a roller, you can do a roller. You can have a roller length height, or a couple of heavy or thicker cushions folded up. So you could even a couch cushion, and you could like scrunch it up a bit more. And then what we want to do is put that behind us. And if you're doing the roller, have the roller long ways. Okay, so and all you want is the cushion, the bolster, or the roller to be at the bottom of your ribs. And so you want the roller long way so your head can still be on the roller, not wide. Okay, so have it that way. And you can also have cushions stacked up. And if you've got cushions, stack the cushions underneath your shoulder blades, but make sure you also have a cushion for your head. And then we want to grab the weights. Okay, so just take a few moments to get that set up. Bolster, roller, or cushions, and then we grab the weights. And your head's supported, your chest is lifted. You don't have to have the cushions or bolster all the way to your lower back. You kind of want it just to open the chest. Arms go up, and then we open the arms for a stretch, and then bring it back to the ceiling. And when you go open with the arms to the side, slight bend at the elbow. One more time. Now this time keep the weights together, and then take your arms backwards for a stretch with a slight bend of the elbows. Bring it back up, and you might have the weights together here. Bring it back and up. And this time again we take it back. And now go out to the side, circle it a little bit with that slight bend. Go all the way down, go all the way up and over. Inhale as it reaches back. Take your time. Exhale, slight bend at the elbows as you go out to the side and down. And again, inhale, reaching back and over. And exhale. One more. Okay, let's go the other direction. Slight bend at the elbows. And then over and down. And again, inhale. And up and over. Now, in that circling, check to see if there is a part that's particularly tight. So for me, it's right here. This is where I feel it the most. So I'm going to stay there. So you might have yours further back or further down. And you can kind of stay and hold, just feel where you feel the stretch the most. We'll do another couple of breaths like this. Reaching all the way back, and then slowly bring it back over and down. Just take the weights away. Lift away from the cushion, the bolster. Hug the knees to the chest. We're still going to use that, but just hug the knees to the chest. Lower the head down for a sec. And then we'll take the bolster and slide it underneath the bottom, or the roller or the cushions. Underneath your bottom, underneath your sacrum, and then stretch your legs out and reach the arms behind and kind of relax over it, open up through the hips, through the abdomen. Breathe in and out through the nose. Taking the arms out wide, butterfly the legs, the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open. Placing the feet on the ground, lift the bottom up and slide the bolster down, and then hug the knees back into the chest for a second. Hold it there. And then slide the legs over the bolster. You want the bolster underneath your knees. Take your hands to your belly for a few moments and just focus on breathing in and out through the nose. And feel that rise and fall of the belly, of the breath at the belly. And try and get into that count, that 3 count in, 3 count out. Now we're going to stay with this breathing just for a few more moments. See if you can extend to a 4 or 5 count breath. So instead of 3 in, 3 out, try to extend it to 4 in, 4 out, or even 5 in, 5 out without forcing it. All you want to do is just relax more, relax the diaphragm, and slow the breathing down, deep and slow.
Eastern sun, melt the cold from my bones, curtain rise, take the darkness from my.
We're going to take the knees into the chest, hold it here, and then rock to sitting. Just move the bolster or anything else out the way. And then come to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, push up to the mountain, do a little march on the spot. And then walk your hands to your feet and your feet to your hands, soften the knees, tuck your tailbone, push through the feet, roll up super slow. Standing tall, take a breath in. Come back into that roll down, scoop the belly and tuck, roll it all the way down. Stay at the bottom for a moment. Push through the feet, roll back up. Take the arms overhead, just stretch it out. And then we release the arms down.